No one KPI can represent the performance of even the simplest thing on its own. Even if there is a dominant primary KPI, we have to keep it in balance to stop invisible unintended consequences of giving too much focus to one aspect of performance. For example, if there is only focus on output, increasing output, then the quality might silently drop if it isn't also monitored. Only focus on quality and the cost will surge up. KPIs usually work best as part of an integrated set of KPIs, or at a minimum with a partner complementary KPI. For example, in a distribution system, we might measure output, things delivered per day, and the items damaged in transit, a measure of quality, and customer satisfaction. If you measured just output, you'd probably get more output, but without the checks from an integrated system of metrics, such as keeping tight control of the reject ratio and the service levels too, you run the very high risk of not getting a good overall outcome for the business. Supply chain and inventory management is full of compromises that we need to know we are balancing. We might want high inventory turns or turnover per year, which remember tracks how low you keep the inventory stock compared to sales, and on its own, tracking only this might encourage keeping very low inventory. Good. But if it's too low, we get stockouts and missed sales. So it would be wise to also keep track of the fill rate percentage, which is a measure of inventory availability, as we want to make sure we have enough stock on hand to meet the customer demand without them waiting. These example pairs or sets of KPIs keep each other in check to make sure we are not excelling in one with blind deterioration of the other. One KPI can still be the dominant, such as output, but then we need to set controls on the others. A supply chain manager's objectives could be to decrease delivery times, but then we also need to track things like reject ratio and overtime costs, and that they must not go above a certain level. Otherwise, it isn't an improvement, it's just a trade-off, a compromise. It doesn't have to be only 2 KPIs either. Usually, an effective picture of performance will require 3 to 6 KPIs. Any more, and the really important ones start to lose their impact, and the extras should then be saved as sub-KPIs, if your data collection and reporting resources permit it. So, don't let one KPI draw all your focus. Complement it with other KPIs to keep it in check, so that you can know that you are seeing real improvement and not just a trade-off in improvement with your main KPI at the expense of something else hidden away.